Hi everyone! Today I'm here to film my February Wheel of TBR. I sort of hit a reading slump, I think a massive one, towards the second half of January, so I have not read as much as I wanted to. But with my new system I had 6 books on that TBR, but I only had to complete 3 in order to win that Wheel of TBR. But I even didn't manage that. I did read more books. I think I read like 5, I can't quite remember at this point because I've not touched a book in a long time now. But yeah, so I had these 6, I think, on my TBR for January. I've completed the 2. I read The Silence of Herondale and I also read Shadowborn Academy Year 2 or Year 1. Which one did I read? Year 2, I think. Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I don't remember. It was one of them. Either number 1 or a number 2. But I read it anyway. And then also I did make a dent in this one, in Spinning Silver. And that's when I sort of hit a reading slump. Not to blame the book or anything. I think it's just happened. Don't know why. But never mind. This is definitely going to be read. Hopefully in February, but that means with my other rule that I can't put any of these ones on my next month's TBR because I've not even touched them. So these technically are banned for next month. Cannot put them on the TBR. I can read them, but I can't put them on the TBR. So I'm excited to see what February brings to me. I'm going to do exactly the same as last time. I'm going to do 5 different spins and then 1 TBR jar pick, and see what choices I'm going to have for the month of February. But of course this game is not my original game or anything. Cody from Cody Book Corner is the creator of this game, so she will be down below. Before we start as well, how do you like my new mug? My friend from Russia sent it to me along with some other beautiful goodies, but I really like the mug. Really like it. It's one of those mugs that change colour when you put hot stuff in there, so beautiful. Well, I hope you can still see me because it's a slightly awkward angle, but as usual I need to swap the prompt that was there last time. Let me just shuffle these. I'm thinking of adding some new ones in here, like shelf 1, shelf 2, so that I would literally have to pick from the shelves rather than any specific challenge. That might kind of narrow it down and make it more interesting maybe. I'm not sure, so we'll see. I've also noticed that quite a few times there are just the same ones that keep coming up, like the prompts. I shuffle them all the time. I don't know how I managed to take the same ones all the time. So let's see what I pick this time. I don't want to shuffle. Right, let's pick this one, which is multiple points of view. Again, this prompt has come up before. Right, so spin number 1. Romance. Ooh. That's kind of convenient for the month of February and all that. I don't know how that happened, but let me think. That was easier than I expected. I do have one book that has been on my TBR for a long time, so it's about time I actually read it. But it is Written in the Stars by Ali Harris. I bought this book ages ago and I know that it's about this girl who, I think it's like alternative sort of reality type of thing, in a way that in one life she sort of gets married to the guy, and in the other version of that she doesn't say yes, so she doesn't marry him. And I think we follow both versions of that, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really excited for it. Like, the concept sounds really interesting to me and I've not had a chance to pick this book up, so it's actually really nice that I can put it on the TBR and it's actually going to be in front of me, so I hopefully think about it more and actually pick it up. So that's the plan, and I'm hoping I'm definitely going to get to it in the month of February. So that's pick number 1. So let's take this prompt off and pick another one. Let's pick this one, which is Continue a Series. That would be nice. And I don't remember if it came up before. Probably. Spin number 2. Ooh, beautiful cover. Let me think. That took me an embarrassingly long time, and then I realised, hang on a minute. I've got one book that I do want to read this like winter time, and I'm running out of time to read it in winter. So it is Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Kuznier. The cover is absolutely gorgeous, as well as the edges. It's beautiful on its own, and even on the inside it's so pretty. So I don't remember much about this one. I just know it's like a Nutcracker retelling maybe. So let me just read what it's about. Nottingham 1906. Marietta Stell longs to be a ballerina, but as Christmas draws nearer, her dancing days are numbered. She must marry and take up her place in society in the new year. But when a mysterious toy maker, Dr. Drosselmier, purchases a neighbouring townhouse, it heralds the arrival of magic and wonder in Marietta's life. After Drosselmier constructs an elaborate theatrical set for her final ballet performance on Christmas Eve, Marietta discovers it carries a magic all of its own, a magic darker than anyone could imagine. As the clock chimes midnight, Marietta finds herself transported from her family's ballroom to a frozen sugar palace, silent with secrets, in a forest of snow-topped fir trees. She must find a way to return home before she's trapped in Everwood's enchanting grip forever. In the darkness of night, magic awaits, and you will never forget what you find here. So it does sound really magical, and like I said, I'm running out of time to read this in winter. It would have been ideal if I read it before Christmas, but oh well, these things don't always happen. But that definitely perfectly fits for the beautiful cover. So there we go, option number 2. Right, let's take this prompt and let's hope that something else is going to come up that I've never had before. So let's pick this one, and that is dark cover. We have had this before, but that's fine. So spin number 3. Try a page. Great. Am I in the mood for that? I guess I'll have to be in the mood for that. Let me just think. Alright, so I scanned through my bookshelves, choosing which kind of books I was sort of in the mood for, and I've picked up these 3, so I've read a page from each and every single one of them. So my options were The Hollows by Mark Edwards, God Save the Queen by Kate Locke, but the one that I'm going with is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. Again, I've had this book for a long time, and the first page really gripped me, and it's going to be a nice and shorter read, so hopefully it won't be anything difficult, because it's the worst thing sometimes after reading some, get into like dense books. But this one I am looking forward to it because it's by Trisha Levenseller, and I really enjoyed her duology, The Daughter of the Pirate King. That was just fun and easy read. This one is just 300 pages or so. And I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really know a lot about this book. Alessandra is tired of being overlooked, but she has a plan to gain power, woo the Shadow King, marry him, kill him and take his kingdom for herself. No one knows the extent of the freshly crowned Shadow King's power. Some say he can command the shadows that swirl around him to do his bidding. Others say they speak to him, whispering the thoughts of his enemies. Regardless, Alessandra knows what she deserves, and she's going to do everything within her power to get it. But Alessandra is not the only one trying to kill the king. As attempts on his life are made, she finds herself trying to keep him alive long enough for him to make her his queen, all while struggling not to lose her heart. After all, who better for a Shadow King than a cunning, villainous queen? I'm intrigued, and I'm definitely happy that I've chosen this one. So now it's officially going on the TBR for the month of February. Yay! Let me just swap the prompt now. Let's pick, please be something that we've never had before, which is Bookfulness box. Oh yes, that we've never had before. So Bookfulness is a subscription box that I used to be subscribed to, but not anymore. But I have got about 8 books from that box that I've never read, and it's mystery genre, so that would be quite interesting if it came up. So yeah, so spin number 4. Oh god. Random number generator. That's never come up before, and I'm terrified to do that because that involves counting all of the books that I own and have not read. That's going to be quite an interesting revelation. Let me count that. Okay, here's moment of truth. I've counted 150, and that's not including a couple of currently reading or the ones that I've already picked for this month. Also, now I'm surrounded by the 2 cats, so if you hear noises, that's them. There we go. Okay, so let's find this random number generator thing. So I'm gonna do that here so that you can see as well. So it's 1 and then 150, so generate. Great, now I need to count to 108. Thanks. As we hear. Well, I'm actually excited. So it's Paris by Starlight by Robert Dinsdale. Robert Dinsdale, I read one book by him, Gingerbread, really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Settle down, pull your covers tight, look to the window and out into night. Every night on their long journey to Paris from their troubled homeland, Levon's grandmother has read to them from a very special book called The Nocturne, a book full of stories of their people, a people who generations before chose to live by starlight. With every story that Levon's grandmother tells them in their new home, the desire to live as their ancestors did grows. And that is when the magic begins. But not everyone in Paris is won over by the spectacle of Paris by starlight. There are always those that fear the other, the unexplained, the strangers in the midst. How long can the magic of night rub up against the ordinaries of the day? How long can two worlds occupy the same streets and squares before there is an outright war? I am really excited for it, and I actually quite like the cover. So yeah, and one of my goals for this year was to read the books by the authors that I've read from before, to like discover new authors and stuff like that. So I've got 2 books by this author, so it's great that one of them actually by chance happened to be on this TBR. So yay! Actually that was quite fun to choose it from a random number generator because it's completely random, you have no idea what it's going to be. But this happened to be book number 108 on my bookshelves. Let's choose this prompt then. Choose. Change even, and let's pick this one, which is start a new series, which we have had before, but oh well. And the last spin, spin number 5. So sorry for the noises. Dark cover. Cool. I'm gonna take it off so that I don't forget. It did come up twice, this colour in this specific prompt, so do I do an extra spin? I'll think about it, but let me think of a dark cover. Well, okay, I've decided to go with The Hollows by Mark Edwards. This is the second time you're seeing this book. So this one is actually one of the Bookfulness books, by the way, but for some reason it just draws to me, and I feel like I want to read a mystery novel, so hopefully this is going to be a bit of a mystery with a bit of like almost like horror twist, hopefully. So in this book we follow our main character who is going on an adventure with his daughter who is 13 years old. I think they're going to like a resort of some sort, and there happened some crime 20 years ago, and now apparently it's stirring again when they're there. So it sounds interesting, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, now let's do the TBR jar pick. Let's see what my choice number 6 is going to be like. Let's just dig in there. Let's pick whatever this one is. And it is Midnight Sun. Oh, which is just this chunker. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer, which is another book in the Twilight series from Edward's point of view this time. I have been meaning to get to this book, and I'm actually really excited that it came up. Don't know, if I'm honest, if I will get to it because of how big it is, because of how slumpy I have been, but we'll see. I might at least start it because I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm really in the mood for like vampire shows, vampire books and all that stuff, so hopefully this one will be great. Okay, so here are my choices for the month of February. Like I mentioned before, I don't need to read all 6 of them. If I read 3 of them, that means I will have succeeded. I'm liking also the colour scheme here, all of the black ones and then the 2 blue ones on the bottom. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure which book I'm looking forward to the most because I'm quite looking forward to be honest, to all of them. So that's exciting. Hopefully having a new stack of books in front of me will actually take me out of my reading slump, and hopefully I'll be able to read again because these look like great books. And of course I'm still going to be reading Spinning Silver and another book that I started in February. So we'll see how February goes. but I'm really looking forward to these books. So yeah, let me know what you're planning on reading in the month of February, and if you read any of the books that I just mentioned, please let me know what you thought of those as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!